Fucking hello. I'm fucking Shoe Butter. Welcome to the motherfucking Buttermovement, where we've got all the greatest fucking G-Shocks on the fucking planet. Hello again, it's Halfcast1 back with another video for the Buttermovement. Before that, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone that took the time to watch and comment on my last video, the unboxing video. Really meant a lot to me. Thank you to the Buttermovement for posting it. Today I'll be showcasing my top 10 G-Shocks in my collection. I really do hope you like it. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe and comment. Would really appreciate it. Okay, so here's my top 10 G-Shocks in my collection. I do have over 100 G-Shocks in my collection, so to pick 10 was a bit of a task, but I've picked the 10 that I like the best, but these are in no particular order. So first off, going to go with the Love the Sea and Earth Rangeman. The Rangemans are one of my favourite modules. Up to a point I did have every Rangeman that had been released, up until they started raising the price point on them and outpriced me, plus I didn't like the colourways that they brought out. So, but of all my Rangemans, this here is by far my favourite. I just love the red, the red with the grey colourway. We've got carbon fibre on the inside, got a beautiful back plate as well for the Love the Sea and Earth movement. So this is one of my favourite G-Shocks to wear. Goes really well with a lot of different colourways. So yeah, that's one of my favourites. Next is the M&M GDX 6900. This was a collaboration with M&M. This came out on the 30th anniversary of G-Shock. As you can see, it's got the M&M E in the back, the back plate which has his signature. That there is meant to be the is an outline of the Detroit skyline, where M&M's from. The signature again, and once again on the back plate. So that's the M&M GDX. Eminem's one of the greatest rappers of all time, if not the greatest rapper of all time, in my opinion. So yeah, that's why it had to be in the top 10. Next up, we have the Bliss and Esso 6900. This was Australia's very first collaboration. They did a collaboration with one of Australia's leading hip-hop artists, being Bliss and Esso. When we got this, actually me and my friend Sean, who run IGC, we were some of the first in Australia, if not the world, to own this piece, publicly. So it was a very proud moment for us. We actually got to go to the launch of this for this watch. Got to meet the guys, had a really great night. Big shout out to Bruno Boucher for getting it organised for us. That was, he probably won't ever watch this, but yeah, he's the one who orchestrated it all. So I don't know if you can see that, but that's got the Bliss and Esso back plate. It also come in a trunk, which was the first time in a long while that a G-Shock was brought out in a trunk. So yeah, this is a very, very sentimental piece to me and to Sean, because we worked hard to get where we were with it, and to get to meet the guys and go to an opening and own Australia's very first collaboration. That was, that meant a lot to us. Next up is the DGK GX56. This is one of they call the King of G-Shock. This module, they brought out a couple of them, but then they stopped making them for whatever reason. We believe it's because they were too big for the Asian market. They more like the 5600s, the smaller ones. So these were, in the same vein as the GDX, I guess. And they stopped making these. This was this was the only worldwide collaboration that was released. They did do one with the Hood, but it's a little less known. But this one was distributed worldwide. As you can see, it's DGK, which is Stevie Williams' brand Dirty Ghetto Kids. And they also have the backplate on it as well. No backlight on this one, which was a shame with the GX56s, but it's such a beautiful watch, very durable. Go back to the 6900s. We've got Mr. Cartoon. He's a tattooist out of Los Angeles. This is his collaboration. He's also done collabs with Nike and whatnot. I just love the colorway on this as well, being blue and silver. It's in grey on some parts. Backplate as well. I don't know if you can see that. Yep, there you go. And also the backlight. Good thing is with these 6900s, they do shit. They do backplates and backlights on them. That's what is the draw card on these watches and how customized they can go with it. As you can see, with there's a lot less happening with this one, even the 5600, the GDX, in comparison to the 6900s. Just that at first look, a lot of people don't like the 6900s because of how small they look, but trust me, once you start buying a few G-Shocks, the 6900s do creep into your collection. Staying with the 6900s, we've got the purple Bape. Absolute one of my favourites. I absolutely love the colourway on this. It's got like a glitter look. I don't know if the camera will pick that up, but it does have, in hand, it does have a glittery look to it. So this is a Bape. Ape shall never kill ape. They also went with the back plate on it. You can actually see the Bape logo there a bit. I will turn the backlight on, and that's it there. And also the backplate. Now the good thing with the Bapes is what they did do is they numbered them, so that made them very collectible. Of course, the lower a number, the more highly sought after the watch became. So mine's 822 out of 1,000. So 1,000 of these models were made. Hence the reason that the bootleg market for the Bapes grew, just simply because they were so limited. So I was lucky to get that. Glad to have that in my collection. And the last 6900 I'll be showing is the Wu-Tang. On the same lines as the M&M. I'm a huge hip-hop fan. Always loved hip-hop. And to have the Wu-Tang collab as in my collection was a must. As you can see, backplate as well. I don't know if that'll pick that up. There you go. And the icing on the cake was the Wu-Tang symbol in the back. If you're an old school hip hop head like me and you like your 90s hip hop, Wu-Tang was where it was all about. Beautiful colorway, yellow and black. I really wanted to get the, and probably still might get the One Love ones that just released this year to complement this watch. Okay, to go on to the entry level module of most watches, and this is the one of the beast pieces for this entry level is the GA110. This is the new era version of that. This was a collab that came out on the 30th anniversary year as well. It was one of the last collabs for the year. I should have had the packaging for it, but you know, you'll get the picture. It came in a little hat. This thing is absolutely stunning. It probably won't pick it up here, but the bezel, this is called the bezel here. The bezel is like translucent, and the gold's actually coloured onto the watch piece. So yeah, so if you look at it from certain angles, you can actually see the difference. New era logoing here, new era logoing on here, new era backplate. GA110s don't come with custom lights. They usually just come with a stock standard orange. But yeah, everybody I've known that started collecting G-Shocks always started out with a GA110. And then they, you know, once you start investigating and learning and stuff like that, next thing you know, you've started getting 6900s and Rangemans and MTGs and GPWs on you. So yeah, so that's the new era. Stay on the GA110. This is one of my favourite pieces of all time. This being the GA110 Eric Hayes. When I first seen this, I absolutely fell in love at the first sight. It's one of the best, if not, in my opinion, it is the best G-Shock going around. It's the colour on this is stunning. I love this piece so much that I got married in it. So it's actually in my wedding photos. This is 30th anniversary logo on the back. Eric Hayes made that logo. Yeah, so that's the Hayes. Absolutely beautiful piece. Love it to bits. Next piece is my custom made one of one half cast piece. Half cast on here. Lands in Terra from G-Shock ATBP. Custom made this. If you watch the unboxing video that I made, this is made from the same person. Excuse me. So yeah, that's my tattoo she printed on. That's my tattoo. She also went with the Philippine flag in the module. That's the stars and sun, blue up top, red of course. You know, we stuck with the white, blue and red theme all through. Of course, I had to have the Australian flag on there. This was my 100th piece, so I had to make it a banger. So the 100th G-Shock in my collection is actually this one, and established 1977, being my birthday. So just a standard back plate on these. She is the world's best G-Shock customizer, in my opinion, and in a lot of people's opinion. I won't go with anyone else. You know, she's very good in doing the collaboration with you. You know, what colour do you want? You know, I picked this jelly keeper. These are called keepers. I went with the translucent jelly just so that you could still see the tattoo through the keeper, because they block them out a lot of the time. And you know, just while I got it here too, you know, she made this piece. This you know, this thing is absolutely unreal. So these are G-Shock ATBP. I hope I'm saying that right, Lance. I might have got the letters around the wrong way, but yeah. So you know, these are custom pieces that she makes. I recommend her. You know, I know Shoe Butter when he was still under G-Shock. I mean Cebu G-Shock Philippines. He's got a couple of pieces from her. You know, a lot of the big time collectors have got pieces from her because, you know, she makes them the way you want them. So, you know, don't mind the time. I've got to set them up a bit better. But yeah, absolutely love her. Actually, this is still in Philippine time, so I've got to change that back to Australian time. That's probably why it's off. But yeah, so that's that. And the very last piece I'm going to do, I know I've gone over the 10, is this piece that's on my wrist. This here is the honourable mention, but I'd be remiss if I didn't add this into my top collection. This is an 8900. Now, you know, I know people look at it and they go, what? It's just a stock standard 8900, you know, big backlight, big blue backlight. But this is actually my first ever G-Shock. And my girlfriend at the time, now wife, was, you know, nice enough to buy me it. I went to the Philippines knowing that I was going to get a G-Shock. I didn't know that she was going to be buying it, but this has a lot of memories for me. I've actually been married, married. I got engaged in Singapore in this watch. Shout out to all the Singapore collectors. Much love to all of you. But yeah, so I actually got engaged on Orchard Avenue in this piece. So yeah, so that means a lot to me. So yeah, so that's my lot. That's the top 11 or 12, I think it is. It's in there. Big shout out to IGC. Me and my brother Sean run IGC, which is the International G-Shock Collectors. We've got about almost, I think we've got over 3,000 members on Facebook. So if you guys are into your G-Shock, hit either of us up. We'll more than be happy to add you. Check out my brother International G-Shock Collectors Instagram page. That's run by my brother Sean. He's absolutely killing it. Over 30,000 subscribers. He posts every day. So yeah, this is the G-Shock. This is what we fell in love with. This is how I actually met Shoe Butter to begin with through our love and passion of G-Shocks, as he said on many times in many of his vlogs. So big thank you to everybody that watched. Check out IGC, Buttermovement all day, baby. You know the scheme. Check out Butter Squad on Facebook. Big shout out to all the OG Butter Squad members. Much love and thank you very much. Bang bang.